my name is Shalice with Illuminerdi. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking some time to speak with me today. I very much
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank
Um,
you.
so first, I have to start by saying I am so impressed by your directing skills at such a young age.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
coloring, and the atmosphere,
Mm.
like you really immersed us into the film, like into
Oh,
the woods with the characters. So I
cool.
absolutely, I was actually really curious with this being your directorial or really your feature directorial debut. Um,
Yeah.
Is this the genre of film that you want to go into, or are you looking to tap into something different as well, future in the future?
Definitely. I mean, I think this is kind of where my interests lie, the type of movie that I like watching. But I'm definitely interested in sort of like expanding it a bit more, experimenting a bit more. I think it's like such a kind of malleable genre to play in.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I think audiences these days really miss the whole plot twist and like jump scares. Like we really miss those films as a film and as a journalist. These
Mm.
days, some films could be just so predictable and copycat
Hmm.
something that we've seen in the past. How important as a director was it for you to make sure that you had something, some aspect of your project that was different than everything else?
Well, I think we're so kind of oversaturated with content now that it's really hard to uh, find a space where something can be kind of like fresh. And I think that was, yeah, something I was thinking about a lot. And the answer just to me was just make the kind of movie that I would want to see in a theater. And it sort of draws from that idea of all those movies that I've loved, like going in and just being immersed in. And to me, I found the book that it's based off of so sharp and surprising, and it was kind of unlike anything I had read before. So I felt that it was the perfect kind of playground.
Now, when shooting a film like this that pretty much takes place a lot of it in one location, did you try to like stay as far as like cast members and crew, like stay in that area so you don't lose the touch of being somewhere like the woods, but then going off to some fancy hotel after? Did you try to make sure you stayed relatively close to that?
We all stayed mostly in Dublin when we were shooting. We shot kind of in Wicklow County, which is like about 30 minutes from there. But yeah, it's kind of, we definitely were immersed in the world over there and letting ourselves sort of be a part of that life. So it was quite wonderful.
Awesome. Well, with this being obviously something you get to work on with your father, what was some advice that he gave you when having this kind of dynamic between, well, not really dynamic, but like going from hey, you're my dad to hey, I'm this project. Like what was that like?
There was so many pieces of advice that he gave me. I think I was just remembering there was one thing he said at one moment. He was like, go for the jugular. He was like, just go for it. And so I think that approach of just being as bold as I could be and kind of moving towards those things I was maybe afraid to approach was really the mindset that helped me the most, I think.
Have you seen your film with an audience, like just kind of snuck in and just like, hey, I want to see people's reactions to things, elements that you placed into the film? Have you got to do that yet, or is it just like just so far just press screenings that you've gone to?
We definitely did that along the way. We did a kind of a couple screenings with groups. But yeah, haven't seen the finished movie with people, so I'll this weekend will be the first time that I'm doing that. So
Well,
excited.
I very much enjoyed it. This is the type of genre
Thank
that I
you.
thrive for. I'm like, inject this into
Awesome.
my veins. Like, we need more of
Love
this.
it.
You did so great, and I can't wait to see what you do
Thank
next.
you.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was so good to chat with you.
it, guys.